I'm going to be speaking about enforcing financial remedy orders. And before I look into discussing in detail the various enforcement methods that are available, I want to begin by having a look at what you can do to avoid enforcement proceedings in the first place. And if they can't be avoided, at least what you can do to prepare the ground in the event you do have to make an enforcement application. And in looking at this initial step, the best place to start is when the order is being drafted. So the question is, what precautionary steps can you take? And when an order is being drafted, you need to think about the practicality of enforcing it later on. And in practical terms, that means making sure that there's no ambiguous language, particularly in the recitals. It's less of an issue in the main body of the order because we now have the standard wording of orders and templates. And also, as well, to make sure it has enough detail. Again, I say, especially in any agreements or recitals. And this precautionary first step applies whether it's a consent order drafted without there being contested proceedings, or if it's following a final contested hearing. And what I would like to do is highlight some examples, and there are various examples that I've set out. And I want to look in detail at two in particular, because they're more likely, you're more likely to experience those. And those two that I want to quickly take you through are, firstly, orders for sale. Now, I think everyone will probably be aware, Section 24A of the Matrimonial Causes Act, that's where that provides the court jurisdiction to make an order for sale. And the court, when it makes a lump sum property adjustment order, secured periodic payments order, or legal services payments order, it can also make an order for property to be sold. And also under subsection 2, importantly, the court can make any consequential or supplementary provision it thinks fit. And that's really quite a wide provision. And for example, it can mean that the court says that the property has to be offered to sale to a particular person, or it can direct, as in the case of BY and GC, that neither of the parties can purchase the property. So as I say, that provision is wide.